Hi guys, welcome back to another little chat. I do want to apologize. Normally I like to do these chats in the daylight with the bright sunlight and not in the room where I film all the healings and readings and whatnot, but it's been a busy week and I think it's like, 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So if I do anything outside, the cat's sitting in the door and you're going to hear him meowing, or if I do anything outside of this room, I mean. So I don't know. This is the best setup for right now because I don't want to wait any longer to talk about this and record this video so I can get it out. Because when you're seeing this, that means today. My today is your 2 days ago. I posted a video of a sage in Palo Santo clearing. And I haven't seen it to the extent on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, but on TikTok, there has been so much going on and saying this is a closed practice and that is a closed practice, and just wars and drama and beef going back and forth. And the thing is, it's ridiculous. There is nothing in the spiritual community around that's a closed practice. See, the cat agrees. Do you want to come share your viewpoints on it? No? You just filling in for the peanut gallery? Okay. Well, I'm going to focus on this, and then maybe we could have a cuddle. Would that be okay? Okay. So, and here's why. I know there's going to be so many people outraged about what I just said, and the fact that I said it and then so nonchalantly got invested into a conversation with my cat, but he's cute. So the thing is, everything needs to absolutely 100% ultimately done with the best of intentions and respect. If you are intentionally, maliciously using something that you don't know how to use because you think it's cool and you want to do a spell because you're mad at a boy and you're acting like a 12-year-old girl, then no, that's not respectful and you shouldn't be doing it. But if you are educated or do your research and are willing to learn and do everything with the best of intentions as to how it was taught you, to you, or how you feel it within, then it is not closed. Because if nobody, there is not a genre or niche, multiple ways to say it. There is not a genre or niche of the spiritual community that I know of, correct me if I'm wrong, that doesn't believe in reincarnation, that believes this is our one and only life. So it is absolutely ridiculous to think that the Native American people who are alive today are the only Native American people that were ever alive. There are millions of us. Native Americans used to be the only people on most of this continent. There are millions of us that were once Native American. We're closing it from ourselves. Our soul was there because our body looks different now. We're not allowed to access it. That's the logistics of it. You're saying it's a closed process because my soul is still the same soul, but my physical body looks different. I didn't have the same physical body in this life that I did in that life. But because of that, I'm not allowed to engage in something that is a part of me, of my soul. It's ridiculous. The duality the duality everywhere has to stop. All it does is create what was originally the intent of spirituality to solve, which is a divide. But especially in the spiritual community, weren't we the ones that were like, oh, we're awake, we get it, peace, love, harmony, like, and I know I'm doing the gist, but really, wasn't that aim, purpose at all. But now we're making clicks. If you hold the sage or Palo Santo, or I read an article that animal guides were a closed practice. Somebody better tell the animals that. That brings me to a whole nother point. If you believe, if you do believe what you engage in is a closed practice and you don't want outsiders doing it, then that means you have ultimate faith, right, in your beliefs. So wouldn't your gods, your guardians, your ancestors, wouldn't they take care of the people who are unlawfully using it? What are we doing? This duality, I'm kind of jumping all over it because it's mind-boggling. The spiritual community, and I do air quotes because it's changed. I've been in it for 20 years. So I've seen, and I know there's thousands of people that have been in it longer than me, but in just the 20 years, I've seen it change rapidly in the last 4 or 5. Because now so many people are woke and this and that. And it's becoming a shit show. This was created to realize that we are all one. We all come from one. It is us reawakening. Woke is referencing the reawakening of our true soul, that we all come from one. And yet the community that was created and awoken to realize that is now the one that are drawing the lines in the sand. It's absolutely fucking absurd. Nothing is a closed practice when you do it with good intentions, respect, and knowledge behind it. Why are we becoming, and I don't like to say we because I damn sure I'm not doing that, but I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to teach. Why are we, who are supposed to be the enlightened ones, not going, hey, you see somebody using Palo Santo and you don't like it because you don't feel it's the right way to do it? At what point did you become an asshole instead of saying, oh, look at them embracing my culture? And yes, it is your culture in this life, and it may have very well been theirs in another. Unless we totally forgot about reincarnation. Oh, wow, they're really embracing it. You know what? Let me reach out and see if there's anything I could teach them. I grew up fully into this. They seem to just be getting into it. Let me teach them. Let me tell them what might be considered disrespectful to somebody else. Let me see if they have any questions. At what point did we stop or helping each other and start bickering within each other? No matter what aspect, genre, or niche of the spiritual community we are from, the whole point of all of us awakening was to come together, not create more segmented individual groups. There is enough duality in creating sides outside in the 3D world. Why are we doing it in a place that's supposed to be safe? I will use sage and Palo Santo till I'm blue in the face. I don't really understand that expression, but until I don't want to. The Palo Santo I have currently was sent to me from Peru. The sage was made specially for me from a Native American reservation. They gave it to me, but some random person, and nobody's come to me and said it, but some random person would attempt to try to tell me that I couldn't use it when I was gifted these things for the intent of using them. Because I don't look like I'm part of that culture. I've had thousands of lives on this planet. This is just what I look like in this one. We all know that. All the ones that are doing this and talking about this divide know that. I don't understand what we're doing. And I don't understand why we're doing it. When our specific point to be the ones to awaken first was to stop the nonsense. And we've just brought the nonsense into our community. So, Don't be scared of using something that somebody says is a closed practice. Use what resonates with you and the way that it resonates with you while being mindful, respectful, and knowledgeable. If one person doesn't want to help you, somebody else will. It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't do that. Why are Native American guides coming to me if it's an actual closed process? Why are Mayan gods coming to me if I'm not Mayan? Why do I have a stream, a herd of Egyptian deities walking in and out of here when I'm damn sure not Egyptian in this life? The reasoning behind what you guys are doing is absolutely, utterly illogical. I don't practice Santeria, but I know very well who Oshun is. I'm not Spanish. I'm not Afro-Caribbean. I didn't invite them. They're welcome. But I didn't go, hey, what's up? Come talk to me. They came to me. So I'm good enough for the gods, but I'm not good enough for somebody trying to speak for the gods? That sounds awful similar to what happened with the Christian Bible. Is that it was translated by humans to cause diversity and control. Huh. Seems suspicious. Just, man, if you're one of the people doing the segregation in the spiritual community, you're a dick and stop it, because it's not at all what we're here for. If you're one of the people scared to do something that you feel drawn to, you feel drawn to it because it's a part of you, and do it. And if you're scared to go to somebody else for guidance, if I don't know the information to give you, I know somebody who does. And I will connect you with them. We should all teach each other everything and anything we could possibly know and learn. We're fucking gatekeeping information. I'm almost at a loss for words because it's absolutely asinine. The whole community that was started to rise above the bullshit outside of it brought it right in and just keeps leveling it up. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Stop. Makes it look ridiculous to begin with, and it's just not factual. Earth has been around for so long. We all came from other planets before here. Our souls are older than dirt itself, most of them. To think we don't have access to something because we're not of that in this physical lifetime. Did we think this through before we started jumping on the bandwagon of it? You're preaching spirituality while preaching a divide. The fuck does that even make sense in your head? I wanted to give more specific details and why it's not, but it's so infuriating. I've covered the main points that I wanted to make. If you're doing that, you should be ashamed of yourself and know that it makes you look incredibly ignorant. And like, people shouldn't come to you for any sort of spiritual guidance. And if you are somebody who's nervous because of all of this to engage in what you're being called to, just come over here. It's safe over here. We have guard cats and ain't nobody gonna do shit. We'll teach you. And like I said, if I can't, I've been doing this a long time and I know a lot of information, and the only thing I can guarantee, I don't know everything, but I can guarantee I know somebody who does know what you need answers to if I don't. So come over here. It's safe. It's a little sarcastic. It's a little cat furry. But it's safe. And we just let people do what's right for them without judgment, and knowing that if somebody's drawn to something, it's that inner calling. Almost like it's that inner calling that woke the people up who are now trying to gatekeep. Keep pushing things. If humanity as a whole keeps pushing things, we're going to start going backwards instead of forwards. I've seen most of you wake up. When I first started into this community, there were a few thousand people. There's millions of people now. It really grew very quick in a very short amount of time. And then the social media people being able to connect. We're fucking creating witch hunts again within ourselves. Just stop. If you don't like how somebody is doing something to them, talk to them with respect and say, you know, maybe that's how their great grandmother taught them, but just because they look a little bit different, you don't recognize that. You know, communication exists. Questions without insults exist. Talk to people. Share your knowledge. Don't gatekeep it. You're special. You're Native American. You're incredibly special. I'm not taking it away from you by using your sage and your practices. I'm honoring you, and your guides have asked me to do that way. Do it that way. I'm sorry that you may not agree, and I mean no disrespect to you, but I'll listen to guides before I listen to anybody in a physical body right now. I truly believe if the gods and the guides and the ancestors didn't want people to do it, they would take care of it themselves. They don't gatekeep their information. They're eager and ready to talk to anybody who will talk to them. And somebody using part of your genetic heritage should not be looked at as disrespect or that it takes away you being special, because you are special regardless of if everybody in the world saged the way you sage and your family's history of it, and you yourself are still special because that comes from within. And if you want to share your story about it and teach somebody to do it your way, then do that. Share. Tell me why your family does it a way, or why they wrap the bundle a certain way. Tell me how you were initiated into certain religions that I've already spoken to the guides and gotten messages and abilities from them without being initiated. Tell me your journey, because I care. That's interesting to me. Maybe it relates to something that I went through, but I didn't know that's what an initiation was for your religion. Let's talk and share information and learn and grow. Not gatekeep. Be mindful. Be knowledgeable. Be respectful, and go where your heart and soul calls you. Do what your heart and soul tells you to do, because you've been thousands of different things, and your callings are just your soul missing parts of itself. And even if somebody says you don't look the part or you weren't born in the right place to do it, that's their journey, and let them figure it out. Be free and confident enough with yourself to follow your own journey. And again, if you need that support, come over here. We got you. But to the people who are doing it, do better. Just do better. Everybody else, I mean, even to the people doing it, I love you. If you have questions about this, or you want me to clarify this, or I wanted to make this a little bit better, I have been running nonstop for a week straight, but I had to get this out because I have to record it now to get it up, so it can go up after I get backlash for doing a Sage and Palo Santo clearing. So if you want me to do a more in-depth, detailed explanation, if you have any questions about it, let me know. I do love you all so very much, and I know most of us can't wait to raise this vibration level and ascension level collectively. And we don't do that by gatekeeping, we do it by sharing and learning and loving and teaching. So maybe we should just do that. But I love you guys so much. I will see you next time. Message me, comment below if you need anything, have any questions or anything. I love you.